uppercut again there from Billam Smith. Nice left hand as well.
Big shot.
Feels a huge...
Red and black trunks for Bulletproof, who comes out firing. Black and...
Finally getting a regional title fight here, right here on Pro Box TV.
He said Pro Box TV provided me with a
middle range. And there it is, using it to get on the inside.
And it sets every...
Regardless, it starts to put the opponent on the defensive when you use your jab.
And he's watching, paying close attention to what you guys say.
But Roy, just as you said, this fight was going to be trade and exchange.
I told you.
Aguilar didn't show up just to show up.
I tell you what. Hey.
Bulletproof with the counter. Right hand. Brandon's philosophy is I simply kick the door down, set a pace my opponent cannot deal with. Claim my spot by...
I'm serious.
Oh, Glanton throwing some mean punches in there.
Here he come. Here he come right back. The referee said, hold on and change his mind. Aguilar, he got to get out of there. I told you. I told you. The referee's going to get knocked out.
It's like you. He thought it was over, and then he was punching.
Oh. I told you what won't take much more, but didn't I? Didn't I tell you?
But that's how you finish it.
Yeah, exactly right.
Hey.
Yeah, I told you that. I told you that was his last hurrah.
He should have let the ref stop it.
Yep.
He should have let the ref.
Yeah, we said I'll expect the...
Billam Smith just dipping to the left. He's looking for that.
not a big cruiserweight, but he's got pretty quick hands.
Up close into the pocket, which is where he likes it. Left just kind of exploding out of that shell. This is how he likes to do it. There's that uppercut again, lands it a couple of times with the left-hand side of Billam Smith's head. He looks for a right hand himself there, just over a minute remaining on the away corner.
Yeah, mini
guard intact, now works down to the body, catches Jojai standing a little bit upright there himself. You heard McGuigan saying between... That's a decent combination from Billam Smith, the right hand, big flat uppercut, just tucking up behind the shoulder. That's a nice right hand there, leaning on, finds the uppercut, left hand to the body was a good shot there from Billam Smith. Some good work from him in the final 40 seconds.
Yeah, body shots are good from Billam Smith.
Looking for him to hook off that jab, and at home you've got Jojai with trying to chop. Good right hand there from Billam as to whether he was dipping a bit. That's good body work from Billam in the saddles, I think, but again he piles into a right hand there. Billam Smith though looks for the...
But he doesn't need to get involved in exchanges with a guy with faster hands this early on in the fight while he's still...
Oh, good up and up. The uppercut again there from Billam Smith. Nice left hand as well.
Big shot.
Feels a huge uppercut, and he is stretched out on his back. There is no need to count.
wisely. He's doing the right things. He throws his combinations. He's actually...
I'm sorry, Brian. What Glanton's doing to that jab every so often as he's countering it with the right hand.
Already a word from the referee to McCarthy about his use.
Good left hook and right hand from Billam Smith, and back with the right hook again, left hook again.
Good attack by Billam Smith. Best success of the contest so far with a minute to go and more in round 4.
Good right hand again.
An uppercut on the inside, trying to use what he believes is his greatest strength. Is open here. Is he beginning to really feel it? These punches are crunching home from Billam Smith.
He goes back with his left hook.
So both men with damage. Billam Smith, the busier of the two and the more accurate here, and this could be a telling attack.
Left hook, right hook. Oh, we've got another right hook. He's down.
McCarthy goes down. McCarthy rise here. Billam Smith is already celebrating. Chris.
On the torso of Fermetta, I believe that's a good idea. Because Fermetta showing a lot of good boxing.
White and blue trunks for Carlos Fermetta Romero. At the will and take the hard and curve.
Understand, Fermetta is a guy who likes to be in and out, in and out. And by giving him the exit all the time, he's able to be in and out.
In just over 2 years and 2 months, he's been on the
Inside.
Now the uppercut and over the top.
And this would be even more consistent if he cuts off the ring, because when he's here, he's something else. Big shot!
Big shot late in the round. And we're in round 3 of a potential 10. Heavy shots right in front of our broadcast position.
Yeah, Fermetta's...
This one maybe slipping away very quickly from Carlos Fermetta as Glanton continues to pressure.
And Glanton confidence rising more and more.
Yes.
And Fermetta had a very good opening round, but it's been all Glanton since the second.
Oh, hurt him again. Shot that hurt him. And another big shot.
Referee stop.
It is all over, just like that. Brandon Glanton puts himself back in victory lane.
With it yet.
Big clumping shots from Billam Smith. Chamberlain tries to fight fire.
They just want to try and work that jab, trying to land that left hook to the body too. This is where Billam Smith wants him, up against those ropes where he can put combinations together.
He certainly does. Left straight and right. And Billam Smith just shook Chamberlain momentarily as the two of them go toe to toe.
But then every time Billam Smith lands, there's just an eruption in the crowd. And
goes southpaw momentarily, and then he does crack one on Chamberlain's chin.
Season in the fights, the consistency that Billam Smith has had in these fights, is that going to stand to him?
I think that's a really good point. He's fought at a slightly higher level.
Maybe first half of this round, conserve some energy and save it for the second half of the round. Good uppercut there though, on the inside from Billam Smith.
Tasha, you've got it a bit closer.
yeah. Catalan before. Not every shot needs to be a big shot. You can see him. He had space to move, but now he's just letting himself get pushed back to the road. And even though they're not all hard shots from Billam Smith, he's just letting him unload.
Through this, but he's so tough to beat at this level, Chris Billam Smith. Can Chamberlain find something miraculous? Tired, but has he notched up enough on the scorecards? Chamberlain trying to finish strong. The two of them, absolutely wonderful, fabulous fight.
To bite down on his gum shield and take a bit to give a bit here.
Block a few shots when he's moving away from his opponent, but that's better. There, some pretty little mistakes from him though.
But Ivanyi is getting caught left, right and centre now. This is good work, good ball. That's a good body shot.
He wasn't making it. Trying to get to his feet, but over he goes, and out he goes.
Smith then standing in the line of fire when he's thrown those, an exchange of right, clipping with the left hook. This is a better, livelier, more aggressive start to the second.
Oh, takes a right hand. It was a lovely shot.
And Brajon forced to hold on, and as you say, there's blood coming from the left-hand side of the head. At this stage, this is suiting Brajon to try to, in turn, smother the work of Billam Smith, particularly on...
Like he's setting Brajon up for that right hand. He's not thrown many in this 6th round, Billam Smith. Just as I said it, gave him the eyes to the body and threw a right hand over the top. It was a combination. He used to throw quite a lot in Tony Sims's gym. He can follow it up with a right hand. He's just been too predictable with that shot. Needs to get behind that jab. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's the most important shot in boxing.
Been successful time and again for Billam Smith, and again in that latest exchange, stepping away and not responding. And this is a good attack from Billam Smith. This is a huge attack from Smith. Combination sharp and then move back and give himself room to throw it again. In the closing 20 seconds, falling forward, which he's been asked not to do pretty much throughout the contest, Billam Smith.
And still, the European Cruiserweight champion, the gentleman, Chris Billam Smith.
What a battle that was, a candidate for Fight of the Year. These two guys just absolutely went. No matter how you got there, as long as you get it. A cut on the bridge of the nose of Asparov. Asparov trying to duck shots from Asparov. Digging to the Asparov just holding on, literally. Both men unloading some serious leather. And a punch to Glanton, who is undefeated. The Brandon Glanton, Sozlan Asparov, 2 cruiserweights. That was a very fun and exciting matchup.
Дай ему туда и на выход левой сбоку. Вот, 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 по боковке. Есть там бьет. Да, туда. Стоп.